I'm really proud of this, and I'm proud of you, too. Okay, so I can have the EQ optimized for what you want to do. I just need to know, are you going to be singing?
I'm not going to be fucking singing, Stevie, all right?
Okay, is there anything special you want me to name the file?
Yeah, name the file, press record now before I smash your fucking face in.
Okay, and we're rolling.
Welcome to Simple Man Radio, presented by Simple Man Radio. I'm your host, Bob. We don't need to do that. It's me, Justin, Danny, and Snacks. We only have the top of Danny's head for this show, which is, the less we could get at Danny, the better.
I'm trying to work on my camera.
I forgot to do the link on YouTube. I'm a freaking idiot. The freaking Wake and Jake screwed me.
Damn, I'm trying to get my camera fixed. So if you were here pre-show, I sat up and my whole forehead took up the camera. Well, granted, that's my problem, but like it was so zoomed in. If you were here pre-show,
I'm sorry, I'm doing the YouTube link. I'm all out of whack.
God, this is so unprofessional.
Justin, you sent me some angry text while I was on Wake and Jake. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's Giants talk. We're not allowed to talk Giants on here.
Well, if we're allowed to talk about why we're angry about stuff, I want to know why you're angry.
I woke up this morning.
Oh, yeah, we could talk about your Knicks adventure, too. That's not like a time sense. You're not talking about the game. We'll talk about your adventure.
Oh, yeah, it was a great time. Me and the cranky man. Met him in the city.
Cranky fan. Not the cranky fan.
Yeah,
we should start calling him the cranky man, not the cranky fan anymore.
The cranky man.
He's
all right. So let me ask you just a vague question. This could be open to the room here. If people have never actually worked together, are they actually considered like a tree off of like the branch of the same kind of working tree, so to speak? If two people, one person that is older and came before one person, never worked with a younger person, but still somehow like the younger person worked with an older person that is somehow, are they connected?
Here's the
considered
thing.
The same tree?
There was this big Mike Holmgren coaching tree in the NFL for a long time. Still, a lot of those guys are still around. Andy Reid, rest in peace, John Gruden. But there was a big Mike Holmgren coaching tree. So they would show it on the broadcast and be like, dude, and this guy came from that. So technically you could say like, oh, look, there's some type of connection. But actually, like, Dave Gettleman having any influence on Shane and as part of the Gettleman, no. So there's none.
No. And the logic, I just couldn't. And then
yeah, you got pissed.
I don't know. I really didn't get pissed. I was really pissed. Just like confused. I was confused.
No, you were fired up.
Pissed.
I can tell when you're fired up.
So yeah.
I've been pissed off the last 2 days, really. It just that people are defending Chris Mara. People are they're defending John Mara. It's a conversation for talking Giants, but I mean, like,
all right, this is getting to Giants stuff.
Don't care about them damn Giants.
We'll talk about Bob Saget, and I screwed up the title. It was supposed to say hockey makes Kodak Black horny. That says Hawk, so I'm all out of whack.
Okay, I was confused about that. I was like, well, what's Hawk?
Snacks, you got kicked out of the Giants game on Sunday. I want to hear about that. We couldn't put you on Talking Giants because it was such like all right, boom, boom, boom news type of episodes.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
Yeah. So I mean, first of all, mission accomplished. I've had zero desire to be in that stadium, like at all.
I forced you to go.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I just didn't want to be there, and it was an atrocity. I think it was like. It was like late in the first. I started really letting the tempers fly, and I started cursing profusely and disgustingly. And then, they were like, "You guys, security guards, like, you got to chill," everything like that. Blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, sure. So I was quiet until about mid-second, and then I stood on top of my chair and I started chanting, as long as humanly possible, fuck John Mara, and like really, really getting it. And there was
how did you not have anyone record this? But I guess you're a slave to the game. You're not there for the clout. You just want to do it. So I just give you credit for that.
That's the thing. I didn't care. I did not care. And I was gonna do it in Justin's section, but he got his tickets upgraded and he was sitting like 110. So I left my section because I didn't want to do it to my security guards. And first of all, my security guards wouldn't kick me out because they absolutely love me. So I went around. And I went to a different section. I stood on top of the chair and I started just chanting, fuck John. Somebody could have it recorded. I have no idea because it was going on for a couple minutes. And security's like, let's go. They're out. And I said, thank you. Thank you. And I walk right out.
So I'm almost like, do I want to see the video of that? Absolutely. Like, am I pissed I don't get to see the video? But I respect it a lot more that you didn't like have someone like, oh, record this type
No, I
of
don't
thing.
care.
Like that like I have a lot more respect for you, even though I would love to see the video of that.
I was going to if I was there,
Yeah,
and that's what he wanted me to do.
We do have an eyewitness. Like it did happen. Justin,
You have an eyewitness, a woman eyewitness.
Yeah,
We need to interview. We need to have her on the show and interview her.
Yeah, great woman. Great
Snacks,
woman.
is this the second woman this year that was somehow affiliated with you that got some sort of alcohol poisoning?
Oh,
Yeah, but she didn't get alcohol. No, she did not get alcohol poisoning.
See, women that surround you just want to drink themselves until they can't drink anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like that should be a shot at me or it's like a compliment. They want to have fun, or I'm just like such an embarrassment.
Or
that
yeah,
you need
it's
to
like I
drink
can't.
enough to,
I
like,
gotta.
be
I
around
gotta
stuff,
drink
yeah.
when I'm around you.
We need to start interviewing. Like, that's something I want to bring back on Simpleman Radio is interviewing random people. Like, remember when Andrew Luck got booed by the Colts fans at that preseason game? We just had on my friend who's a Colts friend, his uncle. We're like, what was it like? You know, type of stuff. And then there was this one guy who's like a professor who, remember during the MLB All-Star game, they had like the mic gang up the players while they're playing.
Yeah.
He's like, this is a disgrace. We're not going to have it on. And we just basically had him on and trolled him the whole time. We were literally like blowing off fireworks in the background of the internet. I'll find the audio of that. Maybe we'll play it next. So if there's like some weird person or random person that you guys want to have on the show, make sure to just let me know, you know. Like, I'd love to get Steven Verderosa, even though I think he's too afraid to do interviews unless he like knows the people.
There's no
Which
way.
I, you know, if there's one thing he's smart at, it's probably that.
Trying to find a job.
Well, hopefully Pat Hanlon gets fired so we can have him on to discuss his part of it.
Isn't it not crazy that we all want the PR director fired, and it's rightfully so? Like, not just being rabid fans, but it's like it's rightfully so.
He is the absolute biggest fraud loser ever. What's up, Mikey?
So anyways,
Crazy. The PR director is who we want fired. It's insane. Like, what a joke.
Mikey for Giants PR director.
Good. He doesn't talk, right?
Exactly. No comment.
Perfect.
No comment every time.
Next question.
Bob Saget's dead, which
It's starting to get scary.
We'll talk about Bob in a second. But this show is cursed. Like, we're having big people die every single week because of this show. Like, every
Literally.
single week, people are dying because of Simple Man Radio.
You know what? You know what's fun? Can we? All right, now maybe we shouldn't do it. Me and my friends used to do it like every January 1st. We'd pick like 3 famous people.
We should do this.
People who are gonna die during the year, or like who dies first and whatnot. And we was like, we put like $20 in, the winner would get it. It's actually kind of electric. You get 3 picks too, because there's a lot of famous people in the world. So
we should do that. We should do like per month, because I don't want to wait the whole year, but like let's pick 3 people.
Month.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if we did a draft too every week, like Artie Lang 1. Like, we're playing the odds here.
All these celebrities are dying for the content.
And that's what's sad is how content and stuff can break your brain. Is that I was FaceTiming somebody, and then I get the DM from you guys, Bob Saget's dead, and I bust out laughing. Like, that's insane. Like, this is, and I'm like, this is supposed to be sad, but because of the Simple Man Radio curse, like, my initial reaction was like, oh my gosh, this is insane.
Yeah, so it was Sunday night, and Justin, I went back after we went to Candlewick. I went with like Pest and Christopher and his wife and everybody, and we were just hanging out at the bar. We all were getting a drink, and we got the news. We were like, Bob Saget's dead, and Pest orders like a round of drinks, and we all toast to Bob. It was honestly surreal though.
And then meanwhile, us 3 are like,
Well, I want to ask you two, Danny and Justin, what does Bob Saget mean to you guys?
That's really
because you guys are young.
You guys are young.
I turned 30 in less than 2 weeks, which I'm dreading.
Brutal.
I mean, I guess I technically know Bob Saget more from not Full House, Fuller House.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The spinoff on Netflix. That's where I
was introduced. Obviously, I know Bob Saget from Full House, but I Bob Saget to me, I legit have seen him more probably in Fuller House than I did.
That
on
is
Full
just
House.
insane.
See, I know Bob Saget from Full House, but I want to see if you agree, Snacks.
America's Funniest Video.
Yeah, America's Funniest Home. Like my family has never been like we gather around the TV and watch a show, so it wasn't like we like all right at this time we're here and watching this, but it was just every Sunday night we would watch America's Funniest Home Videos. Like it was
us too.
It was like the pre-internet, like watching YouTube videos or watching TikToks or Instagram Reels or whatever.
Right.
Is that not just the family-friendly version of Jackass? America's Funniest Home Videos?
No, it's a family-friendly version of what's Rob Dyrdek's show? What's the name of that show?
The Fantasy? No,
not right. It's on TV all the time. I haven't watched it.
I don't even know who that is.
Come on, how do we not?
I only know
it's on MTV.
I only know AFV from Tom Bergeron. That's my guy. That's my AFV.
America's Funniest Home Videos was absolutely hysterical. You guys you guys get a chance, go on YouTube and watch some of those.
Chris Mickle say ridiculousness. Is that what you're thinking of?
Ridiculousness.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris Mickle.
I knew it had a stupid
Love
name.
Chris Mickle. I knew it had a stupid.
But it was just like it was a very corny
name.
version of that.
Yeah, shit. It was hysterical. It was and underrated Bob Saget too. He was hysterical. I mean, he was only in like 2 or 3 episodes. He was hysterical in Entourage. I don't know if you guys watched Entourage. Oh man, he was hilarious in Entourage. But I digress.
Yeah, so like I always knew, like obviously, Full House leaves a more impact because he's not just hosting a show; he's running it.
Yeah.
But that Full House was a pretty damn big show. Like that was.
I mean, for me, it's Nick at Night. So I didn't see it when it was aired live, but Nick at Night when I was a kid, just whenever 8:30, 9 o'clock, whenever it changes over from Nick, then it was Full House and George Lopez.
George Lopez.
The George Lopez show was awesome.
Well done.
Whatever happened to Mary Kate?
George Lopez's wife is a smoke.
Whatever happened to Mary Kate and Ashley? They are actually super rich, and they are like in fashion. They have like a fashion line, and they're insanely rich.
But you don't ever hear of them.
Why
like
do you
they did movies.
Mary Kate and Ashley.
They just did show. They just made like movies together. Like they just like kind of fell off the face of the earth.
I used to read People magazine growing up. That's why I know so much about.
Well, all right. Death fantasy draft. I'm picking Mary Kate and Ashley as my two. Because weren't they heavy into drugs?
Oh yeah, I remember them like having their downward spiral.
Yeah,
they have a sister. They have a sister who's an actress who's in shit. She was in this Netflix movie I watched, but she's also in a few other stuff. And insanely attractive woman, and I love her.
Really?
Wasn't there like a countdown till them turning 18? It's so funny how society's changed since then.
Yikes!
Oh Lord!
Yes.
No, I was allowed to be horny for them. I was a kid.
You were also a child, yes.
Yeah. But I remember we speaking of Mad TV last week. I think they did like a skit on that, like how everyone was being weird about them turning 18.
Oh.
I feel like this dog's about to bite my face. Look at him. He's been doing nothing but.
I actually really want to see Mary Kate and Ashley's sister. Right now.
My celebrity death of choice, by the way, is Harrison Ford. He's gonna die.
Really? I don't like that.
That's an intense one.
That's my bet.
I'm gonna go.
I need to do research into this. This is becoming wild.
35 years old. Holy fuck!
Who are we talking about? Mary
Kate and Ashley, 35.
Mary.
That's insane. Elizabeth.
You know who also died?
Yeah, you guys sent me some random names I didn't know, except for that like fraud guy.
Ronnie Spector. Ronnie Spector, who sang the song "Be My Little Baby." It was I don't know, doo-wop, whatever it was called. There was a music era, and Ronnie Spector died, and she was like, I think like abused by whoever the other Spector is, who like murdered somebody. So yeah, Ronnie Spector died, 78. The good Spector, the singer.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But this is becoming wild.
Now, people are gonna die every week, so I don't want us to get like reach.
No,
it's got to be a name.
Ronnie Spector's not a reach.
No, it's not. No.
I mean, I didn't see anyone tweet about it.
Bob Saget's
Rolling
kind of
Stone.
a reach, though.
I'm saying like people on the timeline.
Oh, that's
And
because
wait,
people don't know
okay,
music like I do.
So, hold on, real quick. The last thing on Bob Saget for me. There's like no cause of death. They just said he died because I read that there was no foul play, like no drugs or anything like that. He just woke up dead. Well, you can't really.
Maybe
wake
they
up dead. He was
they're
in his-
probably hiding something.
I think I read that his family has like a history of aneurysms. I think that's what I read somewhere.
shit.
They're still waiting. That's something that can happen right away as an aneurysm. And,
Yeah. So
like it's not being expected or anything.
So that
Or I mean, the silent killer is heart disease too. So if they
that
have
is also true.
Yeah,
And-
but
and
he's
also-
65 years old, so it's not like
dude, that's
it's,
young.
It's shocking, but it's not like that shocking type of thing.
Yeah, I guess, but that's young. And also, okay, I guess last thing. Have you watched Bob Saget
rolling.
stand up? He's like
No, that's
the most
actually a goal. It's actually a goal of mine
He's
that
like
I
the
want to
most
do that.
dirty, perverted person
Is
ever.
he really?
Ever.
Yes.
Yeah, like Danny, he's filthy.
Oh, jeez.
Filthy. And then I always equated that to like, all right, this guy's a real life douchebag, 100%. You know, whatever. That's just how I saw it. Everybody who knew him under their sun was like, he's the nicest man alive. I'm like, this is the weirdest thing ever. He's
Well, it's the same thing with you.
He's well, maybe. He's Danny Turner, like this, child father, the most perverted man in stand-up comedy, yet the nicest man in the world. What a life.
I think because he was Danny Tanner, I think he leaned into the like I'm going to go really hard in my stand-up
I
to kind of get that, like he wasn't going to do
off of me.
Yeah, like he's kind of like the anti Bill Cosby, where Bill Cosby comes off as the nicest guy in the world, but in real life he's a rapist.
Scumbag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I always found that interesting because I didn't, as a kid, you don't know about Bob Saget's comedy acts and stuff like that. And then when you
Actually,
listen
that
to
wasn't
it,
opposite. I'm an idiot. What the hell am I talking about? That made no sense now that I'm thinking about it. It's like, no, Bob Saget was a very like family. What was I thinking?
you know what? You tried. I get what the point you were trying to make. I think you just brought it in really bad.
Yeah, that was horrible execution. Which every time Bill Cosby gets brought up, I always remember the Norm Macdonald Coffee and Cars with Jerry Seinfeld. It's just, I think it's just one of his funnier jokes where.
Speaking of Norm Macdonald, rest in peace too.
Yeah,
Norm Macdonald.
I love Norm too. Like I watch his clips all the time on
he's
YouTube.
Hysterical.
And he's talking Jerry Seinfeld. He's like, I was talking with Patton Oswalt, and he's like, we're talking about Bill Cosby. Oh well, he's like, he sets it up, and maybe I should try and find the clip. But he's like, Jerry, he's like, you think it's gonna, tarnish his legacy? And Jerry's like, yeah, I do, Norm. and he's like, I was talking with Patton Oswalt, and he's like, the worst thing is about it is the hypocrisy. And he's like, and I disagreed. He's like, you know what I think was the worst thing? It's like the raping. he's like, I don't know very, very many honest rapers. He's like, I know it's not politically correct, but I just love raping. And it's like, well, at least he's honest. He's like, I just don't think there's very many honest rapers.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna be right back.
This guy.
No, I have to ask my brother something because the Knicks
Just have him on the show.
No,
Is it about your cousin Vinny?
no.
Okay.
Put it on
No,
speaker.
it's like literally the stupidest thing in the world. The Knicks just got Cam Reddish. So
Who? Horseradish?
Cam Reddish is on the Knicks. What happened? It was a trade.
They traded a protected 2022 first, which I don't mind that. It's fine.
Who the hell is that? Sounds like
That's a good trade.
He's a
for
good
the
player.
Knicks.
Yeah, he's a solid player. I like him. College teammates with RJ Barrett, who is piping hot, by the way.
That's a pretty good trade.
I think it's a good trade. Yeah,
Knicks
there's like
making
no
moves.
guys that are like top end superstars that are getting traded. Like I was Miles Turner. I like. All right, well, we won't have to talk about this. No. We have other topics to discuss.
Any
But
other dead
I will
people
be
we
right
want to
back.
talk about?
I will be right back. Dead people.
Think of who we will do a dead draft later.
yeah. Think of 3 people by the end of the show.
Well, since we're doing it on the spot, we can think of one.
All right, fine.
And then,
one.
And then next week we'll put together like
We'll do a draft board.
we'll
formidable
do our for the year. We'll do our top. We'll do our a 4-rounder.
I'm so glad I brought this up. This is perfect Simple Man Radio stuff, by the way. All right, be right back.
Predicted someone's death. I love it.
Oh yeah, Danny. I want. Who was it that I won? I was in like 8th grade, I think, and I forget who it was, but I won. I won like fucking $100. It was sick.
$100.
We should put money on it, which I owe Danny $20. I'll get that to you.
You're too busy being a company man over there.
Yeah, you don't get rich by paying out your bets.
Exactly.
So anything else before we get into this Kodak Black stuff?
Hopefully we take a break from a big celebrity death next week. Even though we do need the content, I wouldn't mind just like a quick break because we really went Madden, White, and then Saget.
But it'd be nice to get just 4 in a row to start, and then it just becomes a part of the show. Like we're like it really beat it into the show. Whereas like then we can like okay, this lesser person died, you know, like and then we'll have people in our lives die, and we'll talk about that.
Oh God, no!
Excited for that.
Like maybe you can draft celebrities and family members. That's a wild card.
My grandmother broke her hip.
Maybe like not people that close, like your
No, I mean I don't have a lot of family members. It's just like really, it's the people that are very close to me. That's it.
Hope the hip gets better.
No, it's not going to get better.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what when old.
I know who my number 1 pick is.
When old people break their hips, it starts to go. It starts to go downhill from there.
Starts going downhill.
Oh yeah.
Can we call her?
No. No, she's confused and pissed.
That would be too if I broke my hip.
Speaking of caller, I'm gonna ream Snacks when he gets back. How has he not gotten onto Tiki and Tyranny yet?
I'm gonna let him explain that. He actually has somewhat of a reasonable explanation. Tiki Barber admitted to quitting.
Doesn't matter. It's still gonna be hilarious when he calls it out.
No, I mean, is there? If he admits that he quit, then is there really a reason to eviscerate him?
Yes.
If someone admits to murder, can you still be like mad at them? Yes, you can. Come on.
It's called restorative justice. We're trying to heal the wounds.
Nope. We don't heal. We don't heal around. This is Simple Man Radio. We literally do the opposite of healing.
But do you know how Kodak Black healed after getting out of jail?
Good transition.
By going to a Florida Panther game.
So should we go into Kodak Black? All right, Snacks is back, so we can do it. I was kind of stalling. How come you haven't called in the Tiki and Tyranny, you scumbag?
I'm waiting a little bit because I told this to Justin. I told you this too. They really stole my luster because Tiki quit. Tiki
doesn't matter. Like, if you call him in, it's still gonna piss him off.
All right, I'll try and call right now.
If anything, no, you're not gonna be able to get on right now. If anything, it'll be even better because he's like, oh, I got out in front of it. Like, you know, now like people being reasonable. It's like, no, we will never forget. But let's watch this video. Or go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, now I have to pivot a little bit where I'm gonna start. Tiki, I really appreciate that you admitted you quit. There's a lot of Giants fans who hated you for it, blah 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 blah. And I still do. You're a scumbag.
Yes.
There we go.
That is great. That is perfect.
Vancouver goal is second.
All right, so we just showed it.
You can't. It's not like it's not going to get flagged for nudity or anything.
What it is.
You can't even see. There's not even any nudity in it, honestly. So Kodak Black went to a Florida Panthers game, which is like the least liked sports team in the state of Florida. Like no one cares about them.
Aren't they good too?
Probably.
Whatever.
And his box just started getting in another box. Yeah, he got some box in a box.
That's a good one.
Was he going to town or was it just grinding?
No, they were. I'm pretty sure they were doing it.
So this is what we were talking about before you came on. I can't confirm. We can't confirm officially, but I would assume.
Vancouver goal is second.
Those aren't grinding strokes. Those are like I'm in you and I don't want to pull out strokes.
I'm trying to find like there was a TikTok video where it was like basically.
Dan, do you ever be fucking bitches in public?
Personally, no, it's not my.
I just
not
like
my
making
thing.
Danny feel uncomfortable.
Not my
On the
thing.
elevator, you do that
But,
on the elevator.
to be fair, if I was in a box, in the elevator all the time, that's like a tradition over there.
Yeah, if you were in some box, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a box. No, but I just find it so funny that like he was tweeted out by the edge like, "Oh, hey there, Kodak Black," and he's like, "Yeah."
That's
then
the
all of a
funniest thing of
And
it.
then flash forward a few hours, probably at this point, and he just get into it in a box.
That's the funniest thing is the NHL account saying like, "Oh, hey there," and then the tweet has been deleted under something like that. Is just it's maybe the best thing that Twitter has done is that when a tweet is deleted, you can still see it. It just says tweet has been deleted. That's the best thing they've ever done because it makes for the funniest images ever like that. Like that made me laugh way more than anything was seeing this tweet has been deleted under there.
It's just great content. Kodak Black provided some fantastic. There's a video on TikTok where someone actually recorded like legit like as he was doing it almost.
Oh, really? So I thought that was the only clip of it.
Yeah, there's multiple angles.
I didn't know who this guy was until Danny said before.
Kodak Black?
Yeah, see now that's the other thing. The other angle made it seem like it was just grinding, but it was almost like that. It was two totally weird angles.
Oh, so someone says it was just grinding.
Either way, he was getting at it in a box.
Hey, DraftKings, I won't do that in Orlando Magic.
There you go.
Excuse me? Oh.
So you guys can send me.
I thought you literally were about to start reading a DraftKings ad.
Oh.
By the way, I also love. I'm reading some of the comments now. Awesome with a very made me laugh. Simple Dead Man Radio.
Man.
Simple Dead Man Radio.
Someone said it was his sister. No.
Oh, no.
Kodak Black. I know this joke has been made, but it's like the guy from Ned's Declassified. If he got hood.
Oh, Cookie.
Yeah. We almost had Kodak Black's lawyer on Talking Giants. Do you remember that, Justin?
Was he Deandre Baker's?
Yes, he was DeAndre Baker's lawyer. He would brag so much about getting Kodak Black off.
Technically got DeAndre Baker off eventually.
Oh, yeah, he's a good lawyer. He's a baller. Like, I wanted him on the show badly. I was literally going to pump up his case. Like, I was... See, we've grown. If that DeAndre Baker stuff happened now and we attacked it the same way, we would get so much criticism because we were basically we were like free DeAndre. We went all in on it. Like we would get, but at the same time, if there's one episode you want to go look back at and say like their takes were predicted almost perfectly, it's the DeAndre Baker was arrested.
We weren't wrong.
We got everything perfect. I was like, I think this case is dropped. He's being framed. I was like, no, did he do something bad? Yes, but he's being framed. This part of the case doesn't make sense. And we were like almost 100% correct. The only thing we weren't correct about was like maybe he doesn't get cut.
If it was Shermer, he wouldn't have
ever considering that John Mayer wouldn't have cut him.
And let's be clear,
was naive.
Let's be clear. If he was a good teammate and he didn't fall asleep in meetings, he probably would not have been cut.
I was rooting for him not to get cut because I spent about $100 on his jersey.
I didn't want him to get cut. Like I would rather him be on this team right now than not.
Oh, they traded up into the first round.
Yeah, I know you're telling me.
It's just such a sin.
Danny's like, he couldn't be the first pick in the second round.
Exactly. The first pick in the second round, they really like, nah, we were going to trade up for this guy and get him.
Yeah. And we were so in like Daniel Jones mode, like getting ready. And it was like, all right, like getting our prep ready for that show. And that's when Talking Giants had just started, you know, and it was like, all right, this is going to be a late night. I have to go to work in the morning. You know, Danny's got school in the morning. And that was like they drafted DeAndre Baker too. So I remember we were out to like 2-3 in the morning and went to. That was the first time where I was like, Danny, if you don't want to do this, I get it. Type thing.
It was DeAndre freaking Baker. Man almost killed us.
So anything else on Kodak Black? Do they still? Is Kodak a company still?
Yes.
What do they do?
In trouble for having sex in a booth like that?
Probably.
Yeah, public indecency.
Public indecency. Yeah.
Remember, it was at the Eagles game, or no, it was at the Panthers game, I think, where like these two people were at like in like the stadium bathroom, and the cops came and like kicked them out, like arrested them for what they were doing.
That reminds me of a story.
Huh?
My jacket story from this weekend.
Oh yes.
All right. I want you didn't tell this one.
So, huh?
Never heard this.
So my jacket story. I wear my nice leather jacket to Giants games. I'll see if I can maybe bring up a. I tweeted it out recently. I'll see if I can bring up a picture. So I wear my nice Giants leather jacket that did not come from Carl Banks, by the way. I have to make that clarification. Did not come from Carl Banks. I have the picture right here. Did not come from Carl Banks, and somebody offered me money. They offer, how much do you want for that jacket? And these two people that were behind me were drunk as skunks. They were drunk.
Nice.
Middle-aged woman, middle-aged guy. I'm a fan of middle-aged women, so she was okay. So I make him sweat. How much do you want for the jacket? How much do you want for the jacket? I kind of ignore him, give him the cold shoulder. Then I turn around to the third quarter because it stopped. At that point, it stopped raining. And if I also gave that jacket away, I was just going to leave. I said $350. I said, my mother got this on QVC. I did not pay $300 for it. I said $350. I said I paid $300 for it, which was a lie. I'll give you $350 for the jacket right now. I started emptying my pockets and everything. I had towels in there. I had my hat, gloves in there. I started emptying my pockets. The woman turns to me and says, he doesn't work.
Oh, that was so
and
bad.
the dude says, I got to wait for my unemployment check.
That part, when you said that.
That's the best part.
The guy
Makes
that was
sense.
sitting behind us taps me on the shoulder and says, I think they just met and they've been getting it on in the bathroom.
No shot.
Which
I mean, there was
honestly,
nobody at the game, so they probably could get away with
honestly, the way, and also the tickets were, I'm thinking to myself, oh, these are bougie people that are sitting in this section
It's like $5.
because, you know, of the type of, you know, where we were sitting. No, the tickets were like $20 probably, $40. So, all right, I got the jacket. I'm going to pull it up.
It is a
Beautiful
nice jacket.
It is a nice jacket. It is.
I wouldn't give you 25 for it, though.
You would give me 25?
I wouldn't even give you 25.
That's the jacket. And that's me inside.
Oh, who's that stud on the left?
Look at that.
Bobby's about to sneeze. Unmute. Unmute.
Oh,
Unmute.
he's trying. He's
It is a
trying.
nice jacket.
Unmute.
All right, I'll unmute. I held it in.
Damn it.
What-
I was
what
sneezing in the
that
dunk.
picture
I
taken?
like right before I was going to order my Dunkin' coffee. I was like sneezing, and I literally was just like, I'm not going up to the window. I'm going to start sneezing in front of these people. So I just like stood in the drive-through line until I'd stop sneezing.
I love that.
You know, I'm so ready for this day to be over, so I can stop doing GM research until we get a GM.
We're going to add more
I know,
candidates,
but
and we're
we
going to have to
know who the
continue
GM
doing
is.
it.
Do you want to hear? All right, I'm going to read you. I know I hate we doing this, but it just made me laugh. It said this from Ian O'Connor. I didn't know who this guy was until yesterday. The good news is the Giants are still getting bombarded by execs and their reps trying to get added to the GM interview list of 9.
Joe Shane's favorite. He's been the guy that's been saying Joe
That's been
Shane
the
has
favorite.
been
I just-
the favorite.
I just find it funny that they're saying like, it almost feels like people want this job. Blah, blah, blah. They're calling, begging. They're on.
I'm just so happy there's like a top 3 that it's so hard to choose from because they're all so good.
Yes, correct. I was saying before, out of all of the 9, I guess it is, that they've put in requests or whatnot, I don't think I'd be mad with any of them.
Yeah.
Adrian Wilson would scare me a little bit.
It would scare me, but I you know what? I see what John Lynch did in San Fran, and I'm like, okay, well, he
But
was a
did
safety.
John Lynch do that, or did Adam Peters do that?
Give me Adam.
Interesting.
Give me Adam.
Or here's my worry about Adam Peters is Kyle Shanahan's such a good coach where he's so clear and concise about what he wants that therefore it makes a guy like Adam Peters' job a lot easier. So does Adam Peters really need that head coach that is clear and concise? Also, this is what we're going to talk about on Talk.
I don't like that
Preview.
nerd offensive coordinator from the 49ers. I don't know if I can
Preview.
deal with that. I just don't.
There's more to being a GM, as Dave Gettleman taught us. There's more to being a GM than
Just picking players.
scouting. Correct.
And that's why I'm
that
not
is
the
why
biggest Peters fan.
Joe Shane has experience running a process, and we'll talk about it. It's a conversation. we need to have on
Ortiz,
Talk About It.
baby.
So here's something that is pissing me off, and I'm noticing it now looking in the camera. So I decided to not just be a buzz cut guy, but the issue is that it grows in like shit. So I have to get a haircut like every 2-3 weeks. Like I don't like the way it looks right now. That's really frustrating.
Looks good. Who made the comment that it looks like my haircut? Didn't you get that?
Like
comment?
2 people on this like replied to my Instagram story saying that.
It's pretty funny. My hair's long as shit, Danny. Look at this. I gotta get mine cut.
Jeez.
Mine's long too.
Did you see Little Caesars raise the their price of their? What's the new price, Danny? Do you know?
I didn't. I could look up the new price right now, but I saw that. I was like, this is a national tragedy. Tragedy.
I mean, they've been $5 forever.
Danny, you know what my middle name is?
What's your middle name?
Caesar.
Jesus Christ.
Your grandfather's name's Caesar.
Yeah, you couldn't put that one together, Brucko? Told you that before the show started.
Also, we just started talking about Little Caesars. Bobby, have you? So you've had Little Caesars?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, like a bunch of like it was a very big like I were having like a bunch of people over. Let's just get like 10 Little Caesars pies.
That's really sad. Snacks? Have you?
Well,
ever had
if
Little
you're having
Caesars?
kids over, like a bunch of kids over, it's a very cheap thing to do.
You
Fair.
order from a family local pizzeria.
Okay, I don't feel like spending $20 a pie.
All right,
Snacks.
I have the
Yes,
new
Justin.
update.
Have you, Danny? Hold it. Have you ever had Little Caesars?
I had it once when I visited my friend in Delaware at Delaware University because it's like right across the street. And we're all hammered, and I threw up instantly. It was the most
Danny.
Oh,
disgusting-
shut up! No, you did
swear
not.
to
No,
God, it
you
was
didn't. You're such a
disgusting.
liar. You are lying.
Okay, maybe not instantly. I'm telling you, it was the most disgusting, vile piece of shit.
How old were you?
20.
You were just trying to make a point.
I never even heard of Little Caesars at that time.
I'm gonna go up to school, and there's a Little Caesars there. I'm gonna try it.
Have you?
I'm
You've
gonna
never.
try
So
it.
you've never tried it.
I've never tried it, but I'm gonna try it now.
Give me the
Actually, there was
price
one
change.
thing that was pretty
It-
good though. It was the I think they make like these breadsticks or something. Those I enjoyed.
Well, you like the garlic knots from Domino's, and they suck.
Oh, disagree.
Disagree.
But,
All right,
Disagree.
Danny.
I will say
Alright, Danny,
the,
go
the
ahead.
price is now $5.55 without taxes.
It's fucked
What a
up.
crime.
Isn't it
Crime.
crazy that they have to raise their?
No, the Dollar Tree raised their prices. Like, what?
Yeah, that's what. See, I get Little Caesars doing it. You can't be the Dollar Tree where everything's $1 and raise your prices.
Yeah,
like if you're like Dollar General, like those aren't actually everything's $1, but Dollar Tree was everything's $1.
I
Like
physically make
when
it.
I was like at a pretty like very broke like couple years in my life, and it was like I paid all my bills, I paid my rent, I got gas, and it was like I got like $18 to get me through the week. Let me go to Dollar Tree, get some PB&J bread, a couple things of pasta, and a case of and get a case of water from Walmart, and that'll get me through the week.
Yeah, like where I worked, they would always send me the Dollar Tree to pick up like supplies, like just a bunch of like shampoo, deodorant, all that jazz. It was legit. The Dollar Tree was their home.
I've literally bought Mother's Day's gifts at Dollar Tree before.
One of the guys wanted me to go pick up like an item that's like rather expensive, and he's like, "Can you go to Dollar Tree?" I'm like, "I am telling you, I'm not finding this item at Dollar Tree because you're sending me to a Dollar Tree." Like, I don't know.
You have to get cards at Dollar Tree. There's no like.
Yes,
If you go to,
yes.
If you go to a
Cards,
Walgreens
correct.
for a card, you're a psychopath because they're $5. But the cards at Dollar Tree work fine.
Sometimes
Sure,
they'll have them as 2 for $1 too, not even just 1 for
that's
$1.
fantastic. That's where it's the only time I really ever stepped foot into a Dollar Tree. I was talking about my grandmother before, how she broke her hip. My grandmother used to beg people to take her to the Dollar Tree, and she would walk around for 45 minutes to an hour to look at what? I don't know. She used
Somebody's
to
waiting in
beg
line
people,
for
can
an
you take
hour.
me to the Dollar Tree? I'm like, I'd rather take you anywhere else for your own pleasure.
Rank the dollar stores: Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Dollar General. Am I missing one?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think those are the only ones that I know.
I'm going Dollar General, Dollar Tree because of the value, and then Family Dollar as a third.
Because of the value.
Everything's $1. It's like you don't have to look at prices. You just go in. And
I
get what you
showed
got.
up Christmas Eve and I was able to get 2 Christmas cards at Dollar Tree. So yeah, number 1.
Well, like it says in the Silverman Radio bio, we really got to get we should have Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and the other place fight for the show. And
I would love to have one of them as ads because I would be great at reading those ads because I have like so many experience. I've seen fights in Dollar Generals because I used to live pretty close to the hood in this house before I'm in one. I live now, and it was like a pretty like dangerous area. And so, but I live right down. I would always go to the Dollar General, and I would see like fights outside, people tweaking. It was fun.
People tweaking.
legendary places.
All right, we have to talk about one more thing before we maybe move to
Yeah.
Florida man versus New Jersey man.
Well, no, that ends. the
K-Rod?
Then there's 2
Oh,
more things.
God, K-Rod. It's
That's going to be so bad.
so bad.
They're not even friends.
Are they not?
No, I think they are.
They repaired the relationship.
But what I mean is they're not actually friends. They're not talking to each other all the time. They're not texting each other. Alex Rodriguez is the weirdest dude in the world.
He is very weird.
And if you're gonna do this,
people are gonna watch to make fun of them. They're not gonna watch because they enjoy it like they did with Manningcast.
Right. And how is this not two former players? If you're gonna do it, like Michael Kay, well known by the Yankee world. Who the fuck is gonna want to listen to Michael Kay when the Cubs are playing the Cardinals on Sunday Night Baseball?
Oh, I'm dreading when I have to listen to Michael.
Yeah, if you're calling games like that, you can't pay attention to anything that's happening around the league.
It's absurd. It makes no sense.
When those two, because they're 100% going to be paired up for a Mets game. I'm not. That's going to be one of the worst experiences known to mankind.
Well, you're going to have an option.
Yeah,
you don't have
but
to watch it.
No, I'm gonna because I hate myself. It's gonna be failed Mets owner Alex Rodriguez and Michael Kay, who does bash the Mets basically any chance he can get, which I respect.
Oh, shut up, you pussy!
Hey, whoa!
What have the Mets done exactly that doesn't deserve bashing?
Yeah, whoa, the Mets have been bashed.
We're going to the World Series there, all right, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, you guys can go every once in a while and never win
Clip
it.
Clip that.
Snacks. I'll take you to a playoff game when we're in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are they, like $60?
You're talking to a 20-game season ticket holder there, pal.
I want to go to a Yankees game.
Year, so.
Yeah, Bobby still's never gone to a Yankees game.
He went to a Mets game that got rained out.
That's so funny. He got hammered.
Yeah, that literally got me the most drunk I've been in probably over a year.
Meet the Mets.
We shared a cigar that night.
Yeah, and I was just like, I want to smoke something.
You blew my phone.
And I didn't have an extra one. And Bobby was like, all right. I'm like, I'm not going to say no to you right now.
Damn. I'm so glad I didn't go to that.
Riding the subway and then just seeing that dark cloud, I was like, oh, God damn it.
Alex Rodriguez is the weirdest guy ever.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm going to do a shtick. My shtick is going to be hating analytics and trying to talk about small ball. And he's like, dude, if there's any player who like doesn't fit the small ball analytics, it's you. Yeah. Like, you just mashed.
You literally did steroids to avoid small ball.
Yeah.
And when he pucks those lips, I want to punch him in the face.
He's so weird. He's my most hated Yankee player of all time. I did the hashtag forgiven with the 1-3 when he retired or when we got rid of him on that last game. But at the same time, I hated Alex Rodriguez. I really did. Yep. Like, we won that World Series. That was awesome. He got his contract. But like when he got suspended for the 162 games, I celebrated. I was like, goodbye, you scumbag. I hated it. Every year ended with an Alex Rodriguez strikeout. It was like every single year ended with an Alex Rodriguez strikeout.
Yep. He had one good playoff. That's it. Granted,
that's when he started juicing again.
Yeah. Yep. I hated that trade in the beginning because as a kid I loved Alfonso Soriano and they traded.
See, I loved it because I was like, we got A-Rod.
Yes, you're right.
And the Red Sox almost got him, so it was like, screw you, Red Sox.
Yeah. Mr. Steinbrenner came in and said, fuck this, take whatever you want. Rest in peace, George.
Rest in peace, George.
All right, we need to start a counter from now on about how many times do we reference dead people on this show every week.
I'd say once every 2 minutes on the show.
Well, we're gonna do the draft next week.
Yeah, I gotta hit the big board and start studying.
Dead people draft.
Are we doing one today? Because I already have mine.
I mean, I already said.
No, let's just do it next week.
I have mine. No, we should. If we all have one, then we should just say it.
When you were gone, Snacks, we said that you can do celebrities or family members.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you do yourself?
Yeah.
Well,
if you want.
Well, did you say like it was like the Knicks win and like that's when you'll die or something like that?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, so that's not happening.
Everyone said you were going to live the longest. By the way,
yeah,
you're going to be too stubborn to die, which I actually kind of agree with.
I thought Danny won the vote.
That's great.
People needed to give an explanation.
Some of the replies were funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like Snags just kill all of them, so he'll win by default.
Someone was like, if you could have like eliminate like flipping over cars or getting into like a shootout, like Bobby would be a lot higher in these rankings.
Yeah, Bobby did it to himself with that video.
Some people.
Oh no, I did win. I won.
I need to change my pinned tweet. I don't know what I want to do.
I mean, you got to make it a Saquon video for now.
Do you think that should be the pick? Because I can't go back to the Mr. Jones and me because I don't believe in Daniel Jones anymore.
Whoa, the man that founded the show or the other show.
But how do you feel that you're responsible for them not streaming John Mara's interview yesterday?
I actually don't think that conspiracy theory is that crazy.
Wait,
It's
what's the conspiracy theory?
They didn't
That
want,
they're
like, the
scared of me
doctor
dubbing
video.
over. But the thing is I don't plan on like that. It's not me. It's not like I'm a dubbing over video guy. I did it one time because I thought, and if anything, I was on their side on that. Like I was making the media look bad on that. You know.
True.
So, but it'd be one thing if I just start like I would never just start like I'm gonna just dub over videos and all the time. Like that's never gonna be my type of thing. But I don't think that's Pat Hanlon hates me. Dion Dargan blocked me. I've never the other PR guy. I've never interacted with him on Twitter and he blocked me.
And somebody quote tweeted you yesterday who works for the Giants.
That guy works for the Giants? Do you know
He
that?
has
Yeah,
to. He
did we
has
confirm
to.
that?
I mean, Art follows him. Jordan follows him. Like all
just
these
ask
media
them.
people. All these media people follow him.
So I have a great idea. Why don't you ask one of them if he works for the Giants?
That we can do that. We
That's
have that
actually a good
connection.
idea.
But yeah, Bobby, the
We
Saquon
have
video
their
that has to
cell
be the
phone
pin tweet, I
numbers.
think.
Let me do that right now because I will forget it.
That has to be the pin tweet, the Saquon video. Also, Dan Duggan's new name is now Dukes. Pat McAfee show. If you watch that clip,
yeah.
it's
Him and
hilarious.
Jordan's
Dukes.
1-2 was good shit. I
Dude.
actually messaged both. I was like, that was a nice 1-2 punch on there.
Jordan was hilarious.
Why are we
'cause-
doing this? But anyways, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say Jordan was hilarious because I'm not talking about the question. He asked the first question and then John Mayer answered. Then he's like, as did that guy who was handling like calling out the reporters' names. Jordan just full on bodied the dude. Didn't even let him he was like, okay, now my second question for you. It was like,
Yeah. I actually just because I don't really get to talk about it. I thought all of them had pretty solid questions. Like Paul Schwartz had a good one.
Yeah, they did
Pat
a good
Leonard.
job.
They did a good
Pat
job.
Leonard had a good one.
How does Bruce Beck get the first question every
I
time?
don't know.
Always.
Oh, well,
Every
'cause he's
big press
NBC.
conference, Bruce Beck has the first question.
He's very respected. I mean, that's the thing.
He
He's
is. I love
respected.
Bruce Beck. I'm a big
Yeah,
Bruce Beck
he's very
fan.
nice-
But you know what
he's
his
very nice
question is
guy.
every time? It's something about the fans. Every single time
It
it's
is.
about the fan. I love Bruce. Bruce Beck was one of the first people in media to follow us. He doesn't follow my personal account, but he follows the Talking Giants account.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love Bruce Beck.
I thought they did a really nice job yesterday. And it's such bullshit. They don't have follow-up questions or anything. It's so dumb.
But hey, this isn't a giant.
And John Mara was like,
Or,
good way to break the rules there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fucking-
Bob Glaber, yeah.
Rule said 2.105 you
Yeah.
there.
And good for Bob Glaber. He goes, yes, I did ask too. He's like something like that. Good for you, guy.
Oh wait, Justin,
And
what's your subject? Can you say
they
that?
did that to Paul Schwartz. I can't remember what presser. It was with Judge on Thursday. And they're like, he's like, 2 questions for you, Joe. And it wasn't Joe saying it. 2 questions for you, Joe. And Dion Dargan's like, only one, Paul. He's like, all right, 1 question, 2 parts. And then started asking this question. Paul Schwartz actually asked some of the best questions on the beat.
I used to think he was just a shill and everything, but he is
Still
impressed.
is.
He's
He is, but
impressed.
he's good. He's
impressed.
good at his job, though. I will give him
He
credit
is.
for that.
Good for you, Paul.
I like Paul. I've never had a problem. Paul's never said anything where it's like I don't like you. There's been stuff I disagree with, but he's never said one thing where I dislike Paul.
All right, can we talk about excuse me. Could we talk about Joe Judge with TMZ and then we'll go to Florida Man versus New Jersey Man?
What was the one thing we said we were going to talk about before that we missed?
No, it was 2 things. It was
it was that and now this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michael K. Yeah, I don't really have any take on it. I think it was one of his neighbors who sent pictures.
The TMZ guy responded to LPG and he said like it was some agency. It wasn't someone that from TMZ.
But I love dunking on TMZ. Like they're the
Oh,
biggest
it's hilarious.
scumbag organization in America.
It's
They're
So-
like worse than Walmart.
Justin,
TMZ
come up to me today. I know where Judge lives, by the way. If you want to go,
no, that's all right. How do you know where Judge lives?
Franklin Lakes is only like 15 minutes from my house.
TMZ. Yeah, I guess now.
I stalked him last year when I was calling him Jesus Christ.
Well, I guess now we can. Now we know what his front door looks like,
Yeah.
which is so fucked up.
I
But
feel bad for
TMZ
Judge.
Oh yeah.
has to be up there with like having clearance and access to things with the FBI. Like I'm serious.
They had yeah.
The things that they get access to, and like I take for example, so I did a research project when I was in college, when I was a freshman in college, about the NFL's stances on like domestic violence, and I looked at Ray Rice, And really, without TMZ, yeah, that's exact. Thank you for reenacting it, Snacks. Without TMZ, Roger Goodell does not suspend him for life. And then they like reversed it for life, but he was already doomed by that point anyway. He was also a 30-year-old running back. But Ray Rice, like, he's like the one, and I compared him to Greg Hardy, where Ray Rice actually like apologized, literally like tours schools and talks about what he did was not okay. He married the woman. And Greg Hardy, meanwhile, there's no video, no pictures, nothing is leaked out to the public about what he did. He threw a woman onto a bed full of assault rifles and she thought she was going to die. You know, he plays for the Dallas Cowboys the next year. Now, granted, he's younger, but my whole point is that TMZ, scumbag TMZ, they released that video. It forces the NFL to do something, whether it was justified or not justified, but they don't take the same stance on everything versus Greg Hardy got a 4-game suspension. Ray Rice gets suspended indefinitely for life. It just makes no sense, and TMZ's at the center of it all.
Justin's all pissed off that women beaters aren't allowed back in the NFL.
No. My whole point is that the NFL, there's not. It's like
Ray Rice was suspended indefinitely because he wasn't a good running back anymore. That's why.
No, the NFL is always like see it to believe it, and TMZ like leaked that Ray Rice was only suspended.
But do you think they could have? There was no video of it was in his house. Greg Hardy.
No, it was in a hotel room. It was not in his house.
Yeah,
because there's no videos in hotel rooms.
Exactly, but that's my point. That why did it take a video for the NFL to be like, oh, we need to suspend Ray Rice forever? Everybody knew what he did.
Oh yeah, that was always.
What he did.
I remember I had a Facebook post was like. Because like there was video of her being like knocked out on the ground.
Yes, and that was released by TMZ.
Well, no. The first video was him dragging her out of the elevator, you know?
Yes.
And that's how you got the 2-game suspension. And then it came out later, like the video of him knocking her out, and people were like,
how did everybody think that she got knocked out?
Yeah, I had a Facebook post. I was like, wow, he knocked her he knocked her unconscious way harder than I thought. Like, you know, everybody. Like that was my Facebook post. Like, what the fuck did you think happened in that elevator?
I'm not defending Ray Rice. I just want to make that clear. But
Rutgers legend. That Brian Leonard, Mike Teal, Ray Rice Rutgers team is the best Rutgers team ever with Greg Schiano.
I worked out with
They should have went to the fucking national championship and they lost to Pitt. They would have went to the national championship that year.
Every single time
they beat number 3 Louisville, I think it was at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick.
Louisville was ranked. Every single time Greg Hardy enters the UFC octagon, I pray every single time he gets like.
Is he still doing it?
I hate him,
but he's horrible.
He's a scumbag. Yeah.
He's so. I think he might have won like one fight. Let me look at Greg Hardy's UFC. His first fight, he was disqualified.
Fucking psycho.
Hell of a ball player though.
That guy is nobody.
Sucked. He sucked when he was with Dallas. He was good 1 year. 1 year of his career, he was good.
He was very good in Carolina.
He's on a 2-fight.
1 year, he was good.
Oh, he fights on
You
January
think Leonard
22nd.
Williams is good?
Leonard Williams is good.
We're gonna have a convo about Leonard Williams in our awards episode.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm nervous for that.
Well, I need to look into it more, but I'm just kind of disappointed in his second half of the season.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Like the first half was yeah, is he overpaid? Yes, but he's doing what we brought him in to be. The second half wasn't.
Listen, 4 games of the season. He also had a season-ending injury.
He could not stay in that $27 million.
Oh no, that's criminal.
All right, then go ahead and extend him. All right, I'll take that.
I do gotta before we get to Florida Man, Chris Bickle did say I did watch Goodfellas. Very solid movie.
Oh, that's right. Did you guys do your homework?
I didn't do my homework.
Oh,
even though I assigned
Chris
it.
Mickle, thank you, sir.
I did watch Good. It reminded me, honestly, it felt like. There you go. It kind of felt. What was that one movie on Netflix? It was basically. It felt like I was watching that one movie that Netflix released with like Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci recently. Irishman. It legit just felt like The Irishman, just like an hour shorter.
You know what? All right, listen. I'm gonna say something. Don't get offended, please. You're a fucking idiot. If that's
He should be offended.
I am appalled.
Why? Because it's a bunch of guineas in a movie. Is that why you think that there's?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Sole reason.
That's funny.
Here it is. Yeah.
Justin, you forgot to publish the video.
Nope, that's on you to come up with the description.
No, that was on you.
Oh, you were like, Justin, I don't like this description. I don't like this title. Let me.
I haven't given you. I don't like this description, and literally, I can remember the last time. It was the end of the season last year. That's the last time I gave you You're just like the Giants lost we talked about or something.
Florida man
I remember everything.
versus Florida man versus New Jersey man. It is a segment that we do every single week. We do 5 of them. Bobby Skinner, do you want to give an update on the standings? Do you have that handy?
Danny King's ahead.
See,
right?
now that's something you can blame on me. I don't have them up.
Oh, I think it's
let
on
me-
Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up on Twitter.
Like,
I'm not good at doing the Simple Man Radio Twitter account like the other 5 days of the week.
This is just like the account that you just use to like troll people almost. I guess.
But I don't have time to troll right now. Once the Giant stuff slows down, I can get back into trolling mode.
Oh, that's fun. That's so funny. I don't got time to troll right now. It's not on the schedule.
No, the month of February will be a big trolling month.
By the way, everyone said Joe of Impractical Jokers should be hired by John Boy Media. Francesa, third. Jared Carabas got 11%. I guess that's because he's a Red Sox guy.
So he really is. He's really not with Barcelona.
Also, people don't like Barstool.
Yeah, I think most people either like it or are indifferent against. I think there's very few people that hate it. Like I'm indifferent at it.
I love Barstool.
Danny 7, me 7, and Snack 6.
What?
What's Justin? Oh, yeah, Justin doesn't answer because he knows the answers.
Bullshit.
Okay, first one. Which man pins Prius with a BMW, shoots at the driver, shortly gets shot by the driver of the Prius?
Now, I think this is New Jersey, man, because I saw something. There's an Instagram page called like All Gas No Brakes, and they just post the craziest shit that happened in cars, and it looked cold. So maybe this isn't it, but I'm gonna say New Jersey, man.
Okay.
I'll say Jersey. No, I'm gonna say Florida because also I will say actually they're like yesterday in Manhattan there's like a span of 3 carjackings in like 1 hour, and one of the videos I saw was wild. Cars are going wild right now.
This page I follow, it shows people being killed by cars and stuff. But yeah, it's a private account.
That's good. That's really good.
Team No Brakes is what it's called.
That's phenomenal. I'm gonna go Florida because New Jersey's tough and we don't drive Priuses.
Yeah, I'm about to say that Jersey doesn't seem like a
You
Prius
think-
state.
There's a lot more of you lib cucks driving Priuses than us like crazy Trumpers down in Florida.
It's a very good point. All right, Justin, give it to us.
A Florida man.
Bang!
Oh.
Let's go. Needed that one.
I knew they drive Priuses.
Well, see, that's the thing. We saw someone driving a Prius. We're like, well, I'm going to freaking destroy you. That's what happened.
Which man assaulted another man
Jersey.
to get a discount at a wedding venue?
Ooh.
Jersey. I'm going New Jersey. Sorry, because I think the wedding venues in New Jersey are much higher than the ones in Florida. Because
I was going to say that, and there's less time to do outside. Like Florida has a lot of outside venues, so I'm actually going to agree. New Jersey.
I'm gonna have to go Jersey.
But it was the man doing it, not the women.
You guys swayed me into it that it is Jersey.
Oh, you pussy! You can stick by what you think. Don't go just picking what we pick.
All right, well, I'll go Jersey this one.
You are all correct.
I'm gonna pick first next time. I'm not gonna listen to that.
We got to switch picking first.
Bobby goes first, then I went first, then you go first. Age
All right.
order.
I'll go first since I was a loser on this last pick.
So this is I guess not a man question, but which real estate agency from what state named their agency the Sack?
Florida has to be. Oh no, that's so Jersey though. That could be really Jersey. I'm gonna say Florida. It feels Jersey though.
My turn or Bobby? I'll go.
I'm expecting it to be at the end of a cul-de-sac, maybe.
I am gonna go. Oh, this one's tough. It's not even that egregious. I'm gonna go Florida.
I'm gonna go Florida too. When in doubt. Wait, what did Danny go?
Florida.
I went Jersey.
Oh no, did I say Florida?
I thought you said Florida.
I thought you said.
I said Florida.
I'm gonna go Jersey since I'm down by one. Trying to make.
Since I said I fought this, I said
I
Florida.
really I don't have any like inclination towards one way or the
I said
other.
Florida, but this feels like Jersey.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay.
It is New Jersey.
So Snacks is the only point. I want to look up this place's sign. It was an insurance company?
I have the sign.
Oh, can you pull it up?
I have it right here.
Oh wow, it's literally just the sign.
Catches your eye.
It does catch your eye.
Certainly does catch your eye. Okay, next question.
Emmanuel, I started standing on my chair chanting "fuck John Mayer."
No, Emmanuel, listen to the show from start to finish on the podcast app.
Listen. Emmanuel's a good guy. I like Emmanuel.
I think he's a scumbag.
All right. There
Call
we go.
Manny. Snacks, please show your shirt. What shirt you're wearing?
Oh, Manny. Why didn't I call him Manny?
Jeez. There it is.
So garbage, construction, you
Yeah,
know, kind of
Tony Soprano, waste management consultant.
mafia. Okay, so which man dressed up like a construction worker to rob a bank? This is tough.
This realistically can be
Manny.
both
Why
sides.
didn't I call him
Snacks,
Manny?
you have the first pick.
I mean, this is so stupid. I'm going Florida because they're just degenerate idiots.
Yeah, there's more bank robbings in Florida. It's a lot easier. You got more space to work with.
Seriously, it's easy.
I feel like I would have heard this on the news in Jersey, but this feels like something that randomly gets overlooked. So I'm gonna say Jersey.
Everybody guessed?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got 2 Floridas into Jersey.
Florida.
Damn. There was an entire episode of Simple Man Radio that was about a bank robbery. Do you guys remember that one, Snacks? Remember, it was 8 minutes long because we hadn't done an episode in a while.
I don't.
We did that.
Remember when I played the Rico story song?
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
Rico.
yes.
Rico got no money. He
That was
done
only
lost
8
his
minutes.
job. He ain't got no choice but to jug and rob. Met this bitch named Keisha, got one on the way.
Mm.
He got kicked out her place. Now he stay at her place.
And on that note, thank you for tuning in to Simple Man
We have
Radio.
one more.
Oh, we got one.
Rico says, Keisha, let's go rob a fucking bank. She
Yeet.
said okay, and then he filled the gas tank.
Yeah.
This a musical?
It's a great song. It's the Speaker Knockers.
Half of
My
rap
favorite
is-
line I can't say because it has the N word in it, but it's like bunch of on a jail bus,
Good thing we don't say
whole
that.
bunch of choppers surrounding a jail bus.
Yeah.
Breaking out the on the bridge on a jail bus. Like
Yeah.
it's just like it rhymes jail bus with jail bus 4 times in a row. It's a great listen to Rico's story by the Speaker Song. That guy died too. Poor Rico.
Another mention of death right there.
Boom.
Most of rap is just making noises in between verses. All right, final one.
It's the
Which
Speaker
strip club in what state opened for outdoor dining only during the pandemic?
Jersey.
Wait, say it again.
Which strip club in what state opened up only for outdoor dining during the pandemic?
So
what
no
is
strippers, no
during the
dance.
pandemic mean?
Well, I guess we still are in it.
This
Like
past
during,
year or like in the
like
peak
2020
of it?
so.
Say the
during
height.
the height of it, like
Yeah.
2020.
Because we were basically open, but we had like 2 months. Where we were
No,
a
but the
little
thing
bit
is
out.
the thing is though, Florida, they would keep them inside.
But no, we had 2 months. Actually, yeah, you go to New Jersey then.
That's why I think it's gonna be
Jersey.
Jersey.
And it was the
'cause
bada bing.
yeah, because I feel like at that point Jersey's gonna be like, hey, we need to keep our businesses
Florida.
out. Fine, that's Florida.
Florida.
You're guessing Florida, Bobby?
Yes.
Snacks is right. It was the bottom big. It's New Jersey.
I knew exactly.
Wait, that's the actual name of the place.
Well, it's called Satin Dolls, but yes, in the Sopranos, it's the bada bing. Dude, I used to drive past it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They have
They had
outdoor
outdoor
people.
dining.
They have outdoor people, but there's no strippers or anything.
Oh, then what's the strip club then?
There's a strip club that's kind of close to me. It's Club 35. And I know some people that would go there for like the mozzarella sticks. I'm like, ah!
Oh God, why are you going to a strip club with mozzarella sticks? What the hell?
Oh, I love how Snacks knew the exact story.
Bing.
In Alabama, we got to go to some like raunchy strip club,
I've been
Yes.
there, been there a
some
couple
like
times.
hood ass
Hornets.
strip club.
Yeah, I just got my booster. Well, we didn't talk about me getting my booster. I got my booster, and I can now. If anybody wants to make out, meet me at Snacks' house.
Oh wait.
Cheyenne's in the chat. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Cheyenne,
All right.
Cheyenne caught me red-handed. Drive past it. She's, wink, wink. Drive past it. Yeah,
Cheyenne is like a day one Simple Man Radio fan.
I've been there. I've been there plenty of times, Cheyenne. I'm a frequent visitor. Well, I used to be when I was.
Snacks is just supporting local businesses.
That's all.
That's all.
I also used to be a pervert. So
Used to.
Used to be. Once a pervert, always a pervert.
I'm kidding you, douchebags.
We're all
I
perverts in
know
our own
that's
little
gonna get
ways.
clipped. I'm screwed.
Yeah, we needed to do a better job clipping shit.
Oh, we just got one right there.
All right, that's an episode. We'll be back. I like doing this once a week because I can see the numbers and not feel bad about it because like I'm only wasting an hour of my week, so it's okay.
I thought it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's been fun. Like I'm enjoying doing it. It's an hour a week. It doesn't stress me. I don't have to work my schedule around. It's just an hour a week. If you guys want to watch. But I'm gonna make it. It's something I want to enjoy. It's not just something like
right now.
Like I'm not gonna form it out to be like let's get the exact most listeners as possible. I just want to enjoy it and have a good time. I feel like we're doing that. So
I think so too. The ideas thing now we have some structure has been working key. So
yeah, like John Boy and Jake Radio, they do a draft every week. I never want to do that. Like that would get so boring.
I mean,
like,
you
let's
guys are
draft
gonna
colors and
I mean,
you know
they're gonna want to
offense to them, but I just that shit makes me cringe. But I do want to draft our dead people draft. So
yes,
Not be good, be bad, fellas.
the Simple Man Radio bio says make the world a worse place. So
Oh
we
wait, no, never mind. This is no. Hang on, I take it back. Never mind. Continue. I'm saving
fucking
this for next
spit
week.
it out, King.
No, I'm saving it for next week. It's important.
we'll
for
make
next
sure
week.
to put it in the ideas chat so we don't forget it because
No,
you
no,
guys
no,
probably have stuff you guys. I'm basically the only person who puts the stuff in the ideas chat unless it's someone dying.
No, my idea involved the death draft, so it's like my pick.
Oh yeah, okay,
Oh,
then yeah, that's different.
yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Thank you,
Stay
everybody.
simple.